strategy. Unleash spells to transform the game. Attack! Defend! Trick! Master them all. Ready to duel in the realm of magic?
Makukuha nila pag sumali sila or nakilahok sila sa MFW Caravan. So ito po ay isang araw na event na pwedeng makakuha ng iba't ibang opportunities for free. So we have for learn, we have tayo play and work and grow. So we are encouraging all the sectors to join here. Join kayo and yung opportunities po, ma-avail niyo po yung mga opportunities na ibibigay po dito sa caravan na ito.
And I really enjoy becoming an MFW because aside from that, na-balance ko talaga yung work and life ko.
Step beyond tradition with a drop of magic. Clash in epic battles where magic reshapes strategy. Unleash spells to transform the game. Attack! Defend! Trick! Master them all. Ready to duel in the realm of magic?
All right. Hello. Good evening. Happy Monday to everyone. Fresh from Bicol. Okay. So, yes, this is another Monday. We will not be stopping even after just a big event of YGGPH and YGG Pilipinas or YGG. All right. So, this is another round of Usapang MFW. So, this is your go to show for stories, skills, and of course, success in the digital world. So today, we'll not be just talking about any game, all right? I would say this was a crowd favorite back in MFW Caravan Bicol. So we'll talk about a title that's been turning heads on X, of course, shaking up the Web3 space and making waves to the competitive gamers everywhere, Spekter Agency. All right, so before we start the whole event, okay, of course, we're just going to be introducing some announcements. Again, this is for opportunities for our MFW community members and, of course, helping more Filipinos about the 4 pillars. It's the learn, play, work, and grow, and, of course, beyond. But before we start, okay, let me remind you guys. So this every Monday we have the Usapang MFW. Together we play X Vibes. What's tomorrow? Every Tuesday, 9 p.m. And then of course the crowd favorite Thursday Crypto Fiesta. And we have our Together We'll Learn. Yeah, nagpahinga tayo last week. So Ben and I is ensuring that we do have that this week. And of course, we will dive into today's exciting conversation with the Spekter Agency team. So quick reminder to everyone to tune in. All right. And we have, of course, raffle mechanics for you guys. Like and share this stream in Facebook. Send your screenshot to our Discord. And of course, use the hashtag UsapangMFW, hashtag Spekter. So we will choose 10 lucky winners of 100 Gcash each. And of course, if you have questions, if you want some clarification, we have 10 winners of 10 Gcash each by asking questions using the hashtag AskSpecter. Okay, there you go. Let me run through some other announcements here. Just a quick, very quick here. We have NHS leaderboard. So again, you need to create your account using the QR code or the link that will be posted by our Sentinels team. You need to join the YGG community on NHS Club to become part of the YGG Pilipinas leaderboard, which is the nhs.club. And you need to start playing daily with a quick match to collect your M8 points to climb up the rank ladder. And of course, you need to help the YGG community to stay eligible by maintaining the match activities. And the last part, okay, we still have our upcoming tournament for Vibes. Yan. So that would be on June 28th, 1 p.m. at Unbox Green Hills, second floor, Promenade Mall, San Juan. Okay, you need to sign up to the Luma link to be able to enter the venue. Though this is for all the Metro Manila players, you have the chance to win a booster pack. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm sure guys you're very excited. So I see a lot of hands up for Spekter Agency here. Have you tried it already? So yes, thank you, Lead Arc. Mila, for sharing the dispatch.specter.games already, as there are already a lot of players signing up, playing the game. It's even, I'm trying to load it on my phone right now. So I can, get some tips and tricks from our guest tonight. All right. So without further ado, we do have the man behind the game and of course the whole Spekter agency. He is also the CEO and the founder of the game, and of course another person who is also the senior marketing and community manager will be joining us to elevate, to hype you up, everyone in our Discord right now. It's almost 500 audience or viewers. Let's go, guys. Remind your community members, guild members to join our stage. Okay. All right. So let me call on again the CEO and the founder of Spekter Agency, TK.
Nice to meet you guys. This is TK.
Yeah, there you go. And of course, joining us also, Biget, or also known as Ben. He is the senior marketing and community manager. And he is actually all-around person, as he mentioned earlier. Okay, so there you go. Hi, Ben.
Hey, welcome everyone. Thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in. Appreciate your time today to watch the show. Excited to talk more about Spectre Agency with you guys.
Yeah, of course, it's our honor. And as you mentioned, it's early morning there today. And again, we already appreciate the time for joining us tonight. So, yeah, maybe you can introduce yourself more. Let's start with TK and then Ben.
Hi, my name is my full name is Taehoon Kim. I also go by TK. And yeah, I'm super excited to be here. I'm the CEO and founder of Spekter Games. Just quick background: I've been in the game industry for about 20 years, mostly in online games, mobile games. I've done some console games as well. I've started and exited about 4 companies, all in the gaming industry. And yeah, I started Spekter with the goal of bringing real fun games to the masses with the Web3 incentive system. So I'll talk about that more later. But yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, there you go. Nice to meet you, TK, and thank you for that quick, humble background. Yeah, TK, we all know as a CEO and founder, he is a big person, but he's just mentioning some playing games and all. All right, how about you, Ben?
Hey guys, it's hard to top that introduction, guys. So I will
Right?
say I have more than 20 years of gaming experience by playing games,
Whoa.
and I love games from the top bottom of my heart. But yes, I'm the senior marketing and community manager at Spectre. So you can expect me to run events, talk with the community, play games with the community all the time, whether it's on our Discord at any time. So whenever you want tips and tricks about the game, I'm the guy that you need to talk to. So yeah, I think that will be a fun time.
Wow, 20 years of gaming experience. That's our, no one can top that.
It is
All right.
gameplay experience, and I'm
Yes,
like,
gameplay experience. Yes,
Gameplay
correct.
experience. Yeah. All right, there you go. But yeah, so of course, we want to know you more. Let's have a quick icebreaker also. Okay, so imagine all of us three is inside the Spectre agency universe. May I ask what would your agent name will be, and just in case, what will be your ultimate move or special skill? Yeah, let's start with TK.
yeah, if I were to have the freedom of creating any kind of you know agent and create any move, I would be Agent Ghostbite. I love being stealthy and going in and doing like precise attacks. So my ultimate move would be something like, I would name it like Phantom Overclock or something like that, where I would phase out of real time gameplay for like 5 seconds. I would become like invisible and untargetable, and then I'll rapidly scan any enemy patterns. And then when I reappear, I would unleash like a super heavy precision attack that destroys enemies. So I could be silent, I could be surgical, I could be very dangerous. That's what it'd be.
Wow. Yeah, so that is really an ultimate, an assassin type of player, TK here. Yes, there you go. How about Ben?
Oh my god. So this question, I thought about it for a bit, but I'm gonna go with the funny one here. So I'm Agent Baguette. So I think of myself as a sneaky, I'm crusty, and I leave a trail of breadcrumbs and chaos, as I walk through everything. So if I were to talk about my ultimate move, let's call it the painful surprise, where I slam a baguette into the ground and it shatters into a dozen of bread shards, breadcrumbs, and all of these breadcrumbs will start chasing the enemies down. So it
Oh,
will stun them with the carbs and shame.
oh, that's very creative. That's a really bit a different one. I was actually thinking I would just have, something simple like, unlimited health recovery so I can thank everyone and every monster there in the is that possible in the game? So I won't, lose some health. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, both of you have an amazing um skills and ultimate move that you already have in mind. So maybe we can have that in the future in Spectre. But yeah, but so let's start with a quick, introduction of the game itself. Yeah. So what exactly is Spectre Agency? TK?
Yeah. Spectre Agency is a top tier roguelike game on chat based apps, starting with Telegram. Um, it's a game that is similar to Vampire Survivor or Survivor.io, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that type of gameplay where you have like swarms of enemies coming at you, and you have various skills that you get from different skill upgrades. But the whole point was that we wanted to target the roguelite genre because it's easy for anybody to play. It's a great game to play on mobile. But it has deep progression mechanics. It's got deep RPG mechanics that makes it easy for people to get into. And then for us, it's easy to monetize the game with the strength of the game alone, right? So it's a game where we prioritize fun gameplay over anything else. And then we layer in the Web3 incentive systems in the background that is like seamless and in a way that doesn't it doesn't make the game bad or anything like that. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it or played it, but we think that it's one of the best Survivor-esque roguelike game out there. So we're super excited to launch the game soon.
Yes, so I actually did had a quick view and run through of this. I'm currently still on level 3. So Spectre, yeah, is really amazing. And just what I mentioned back in the our MFW Caravan in Bicol, the IRL event, we did have a lot of our community members signed off for the game and they did try it. So I'm sure this game is very familiar but somehow unique or different. Yeah. Okay. So we would like to get a few more backstory of the game. So how did Spectre come to life? And just in case, who's behind the project aside from you two?
Yeah, so we have 16 people right now. So as I alluded at the beginning of the show, I've been a serial entrepreneur. I started and exited 4 companies, and my previous company was called Enway. And I was CEO of Enway Games for a long time. And the company was acquired by Animoca Brands in 2020. And then, I stayed on for about 3 years, and that was like a crazy bull run. I'm sure you remember what it was like during COVID from 2020 to 2023, where everything was like on fire. So we tried a lot of things because we went all in on Web3 at that time, and like during my time there, Animoca Brands invested or acquired over like 200 a Web3 game project. And one thing that that occurred to me was like there were a lot of projects that were successful within the Web3 community, but I really wanted to create a project that really goes beyond just the Web3 community and goes and then really targets the mainstream traditional gamers, right? So the goal was, hey, let's develop a project or a company where we can expand beyond Web3 community and bring in the mainstream gamers. And to achieve that, we had to make sure that the game was really excellent. Um, and like I said before, that was the part of the reason why we chose the roguelite genre. We wanted to take a genre that, you know, anybody can play the game. And then really show off, you know, our game development capabilities and make a game that's super fun. So I had to put together a team to do this. And before, I've been running NWA for over 10 years. So I picked the best people that I've worked with in the past. And yeah, our core team includes veterans from NWA, game giants like Netmarble, NCSoft, Bandai Namco, and they all have like over 10 years of game development experience. So yeah, we really know how to do free-to-play Web2 games. And then also, I also have that experience of doing Web3 projects. So it's really a unique team where we have a balance of both. So I think we are a team that is really fit to develop a game like this that could go mainstream, but also have Web3 elements that make sense for the community.
Right, of course. A big shout out to the whole team. As I'm sure, as mentioned by TK here, everyone is working hard. And yeah, so I actually agree with you that if we do want something, a game that, of course, it's not just a Web3 game, and of course, it's something beyond. We can onboard more Web2 people to Web3, and at the same time, we can, of course, the Web3 gamers would still enjoy something look of a traditional mainstream games, as you mentioned. Yeah, so that's a very inspirational story. So again, shout out to the whole Spekter team there. Thank you, TK. Right. How about, okay, now let's go to a more serious type of conversation now. So I'm sure a lot of our community members are very curious on how it feels to play the game. Kindly walk us through about the gameplay. What does a typical Spectre match looks like? Ben?
Yeah, so I think sometimes when you look at a Telegram game and you kind of wonder when will we be actually be able to play like a very quality game with like a Web3 layer that's actually seamless and can reach all types of users, right? So I think what's important here is to fully realize the point of, you know, how and why like some games weren't able to reach that mass adoption type of gameplay. And we thought about this for a long time, and you know, even we came up with something that is like, hey, what if we actually bring out like a fully featured survival roguelike game with real like top tier gameplay into the game, right? I'm sure like the audience already saw like the preview of some of the clips that we were rolling through earlier. You know, it's very intuitive, it's very easy. You have your phone out, and then you're controlling the character by just moving around, right? And then you defeat monsters, you collect the experience points, and then you get to level up your skills. And I'm sure like TK will be able to talk a little bit more about that too. So yeah, I mean, no token gating, no Web3 elements that really interferes with the gameplay. Everyone will be able to join easily. You know, as long as you know the word Spekter agency, type it in into Telegram, then you will be able to really join the game very easily. And yeah, I mean, in terms of like reward system, and I could talk about more about this later. I'm sure there's a small segment about that, but you get to earn points called sparks passively in the background, and that can be really accumulated for on-chain rewards. And I guess to reference that, it's probably very similar to the mileage points, where players could get into like higher tiers, the more points that you have, and the greater the rewards, the perks, the higher the tier. You know, so leveling up increases the earning rate for getting sparks, and it also rewards skill and progression. But yeah, let me pass the mic to TK, since I know he has some ideas that he likes to share with the audience as well.
Yeah. So yeah, one of the reasons I started Spekter Games was because I was looking at all the innovations that was happening on Telegram and other chat-based super apps, where I felt that we can bring both Web 2 and Web 3 models and combine it in the right way. Telegram had features that were making it easy to do the traditional Web 2 in-app purchases, and then with the wallet that's attached to the app, also make it easy for people to catch all the Web 3 rewards. So the core idea is to bring games that satisfy mainstream gamers. They can run instantly on WebGL on Telegram. So we want games that can retain well, monetize well via the strength of the game alone, not just because of the rewards, right? So like I said before, we picked the roguelite genre because of the fun gameplay. It's easy to onboard, and because it monetizes like RPGs. This also meant that the game had to be designed really well. So we had to make the game high quality and make it run smoothly on WebGL. And that's not an easy thing to do, right? So we had to make sure the game looked, first of all, at the game. We wanted to make sure the game can compete with the regular Web 2 games. If you look at our game, it's very high quality, looks very modern, great art. But then at the same time, be able to run like instantly and run on WebGL. So we had to create our own shaders. We had to do a lot of advanced WebGL memory optimizations. We had to build systems that allow for like the game to load fast, and then just load with the minimal assets, and then stream in the other assets as you play, and also build tools that allow us to iterate on game design really quickly without having to go to our engineers all the time. So those were main three things that we had to do a good job with. And we're very happy with the result. The game runs pretty smoothly on Telegram with high frame rate. The frame rate doesn't really drop even if there's like a large swarm of enemies coming at you. As you can see on the screen, you can have a ton of enemies coming at you, and it still runs really well. And it's not a game that you downloaded as an app. It's a game that's running on WebGL, meaning it runs on Telegram, runs on browsers, and runs other chat-based apps. So we want to redefine game publishing by like seamlessly blending like these type of top-tier Web 2 games with Web 3 mechanics that can supercharge monetization, retention, and virality without alienating the mainstream gamers. So yeah, that's our differentiator. Like the game is top tier. It looks really good, high quality, really fun gameplay, but runs almost instantly on Telegram without sacrificing gameplay. And then like Ben talked about earlier, like all the Web3 stuff gets added on seamlessly without interfering with the game.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. So, to all of our community members there, if you're actually hearing this, as you can see, they are already, the Spectre team, TK and Ben, already thinking ahead, right? So, most of the time, people will just look at, okay, I want to play this, it's running okay. But, they thinking about the design, the skills, everything about the distribution and the payment and something like that. They are already super ahead of the game, and it's still on alpha, which is actually what also we love here, and what we also want to do here is, of course, to onboard community members wherein they don't need to to have a device that would actually because some games would need some high specification device, right? But here, as you mentioned, running it on Telegram, running it smoothly as long as you have an proper internet connection, and that you will be able to enjoy the game. So yeah, again, kudos to all to your whole team. Yeah. So now a little bit fun stuff here, TK and Van. Yeah. So can you give us some quick details, right, about the characters now, some items and skills? So, what can players expect in terms of the agent, the man at the center of the game, and of course,
Yeah.
some in-game tools and shop. Yeah, Van, go.
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about that. So, yeah, during the alpha play test, we have one character named Nox. That is the character that you see on the screen right now. He does come with like a predetermined ability that involves him using bats to, attack and kill enemies, right? There's quite a few characters in our arsenal, and I'll probably give a quick alpha here. The second character is currently finished up in design. So that character will probably drop in, sometime in July. So that is like the very first alpha. It's going to be a Foxy type character. So I think that's going to be a very fun one. There's different characters with various different abilities and all that all together. And I remember you mentioned like the whole idea about items and skills, right? So about items, this is something that is coming up in our next big update, and it's coming actually a lot sooner than you think. So keep an eye out on our Telegram channels. But in terms of items, like there will be a item system that allows you to basically, like, after you beat like a stage, then you'll get some rewards, right? So you might get some gold, you might get some items that you get to equip onto your character. So there's also like a separate inventory system within the game that you get to pick and choose what type of items that you want to use. And obviously, like in the near future, when we have multiple characters, then people will have the freedom and ability to explore various types of these item sets and see which one fits you the best. Some items might have more special abilities as to maybe just as an example, like this armor will have a higher HP stat, and this armor might have a better armor stat, defense stat, and accessories, weapons, and all that all together. Different characters will probably have different attributes that make sense in that aspect. So yeah, I mean, there's different tiers of such items as well. Things like common, uncommon, magic, fine, legendary, and all that all together. All of those will be available in the big launch upcoming, and I'm pretty excited to hear from the audience, hear from you guys to tell us whether you guys like that system or not. And we're always really welcome anyone to give us feedback, as well as just get a idea of how you guys feel about the game. So yeah, things like cosmetics, that will also be part of the deal as well. I think in the next section we'll talk a little bit more about what that system really looks like. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot for you guys to stomach, so I'll stop there before I talk too much.
Well, you mentioned something about an alpha. I'm sure all ears are in the stream right now. We almost have 500 community members in Discord, and a lot of community members on our other social media channels. So so looking forward for this Foxy type character. Mentioned items. Well, I'm sure community members would love to see legendary fully equipped character. Right? And of course, this upcoming cosmetics and some shop feature, as you mentioned. Now, yeah. Now let's have a quick question now. So TK mentioned that it's somehow like a survival game. What? Sorry, yes, Amir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, sorry, yeah. What makes
Yes, now we
Spekter different? Or what does it make it stand out to the community?
Yeah, there's a couple things. So the first one is we want to make our game that's more modern, beautiful graphics, but a little bit more compact and
Mhm.
easier to play than the previous survival games. So I'm sure you've played games like Survivor.io that takes like 10 to 15 minutes to complete each stages. We want to cut that by half, right? So we made some changes to ensure a more compact gameplay experience where each game lasts between 5 to 7 minutes. That meant that we also, but we didn't want to water it down. So that meant that we also had to do a lot of things around innovation around how players progress within that 5 to 7 minute period. So you are able to go from just a regular player to a super powerful character within just 5 to 7 minutes. And we have a unique system. I'm sure people who played it have seen our cards that pop up. And at the bottom of the cards, there's a little formula, right? Because all of our cards are divided into two sections. One is active skills that actually change how you attack or add to what you attack. And then there are also passive skills, like things like movement and things like, power and things like that. Um, and to also encourage people to get a combination of both, we have a formula below each of the cards as to how you can take that skill from just a regular skill to an awakened form, and then from an awakened form to a transcendence form. So we show that little formula. So if you're able to kind of follow that and make your skills super powerful in terms of upgrading them to, transcendence forms, then you can become really powerful. And that's like one of the keys to doing really well in the game, how you make those choices, um, and how you can kind of really upgrade your skills. And then we have a reroll at the bottom that allows you to get a new set of cards. You can only do that a few times during the gameplay, but that's really good. Second part is like we kind of combine both the Survivor.io style gameplay with like our Turbo boss system. So our boss system really fun. You get a little boss that comes out at the end of each stages with like a little boundary, and the boss they do all sorts of different type of attacks. So you have to evade them and also unleash your attacks at the same time. So that's something that's fun. And then third one is like how we layered in Web3, right? So people are able to collect what we call sparks, reward points, through what's called the Spark Core. And then the Spark Core generates the sparks. And then if you do well in the game, if you're like climbing up the stages, then your Spark Core also upgrades. And if your Spark Core upgrades and you get more, like the rate of earning sparks, it also increases at the same time, right? So we want to incentivize people to do well, and also reward people for their skill and time by providing them with more sparks. And the sparks are kind of like the mileage points, if you will. Like if you can compare it to like airline systems or credit card system, where if you collect more of them, then you can actually have different type of tiers. So you have like, silver, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and things like that. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But depending on where you are on that, you get different type of rewards. It could be tokens, it could be NFTs. But we want to make sure that those are all status based. So those are all vanity items that doesn't really like make you super powerful all of a sudden. We want to avoid anything that could turn off regular gamers, right? So we want to make sure this is a project that really combines the mainstream gamers with the Web3 audiences.
Right. Oh, there you go, guys. So, this is actually a good reminder to our players that everyone can play the game without thinking much of, that someone is already too strong for this or someone is already too good for this. Again, it is a game for everyone. All you have to do is, just choose properly which card you're going to you're going to use for the game. What I actually really like about this is because when I tried to play it, I had to, that's the hardest part is choosing the right card so you would survive the game. Again, a spark course, as mentioned by TK here, it's somehow a mileage points. So, everything just on an alpha stage is already on the game. And it's again Telegram. and it's for free, right? So I want to highlight that for our community members. It's free to play. An exciting part here, Ben. Yeah. So, uh, can you give us an idea about the reward system?
Yeah. So, TK talked a little bit about this just, 2 seconds ago. But, Sparks are our universal player reward points.
Yeah.
I think a good point here is that Sparks can be converted into tokens later if when we launch our token. So, I think the important point here is that the Sparks will also unlock future benefits. As TK said, they unlock vanity status and perks across the Spectre Games ecosystem. So previously, I mentioned that you could earn the sparks in the background, right? So that's the Spark core system that TK was mentioning earlier. Everyone has access to this as long as you're playing the game. The Spark core system is on the main menu, and you could log into the game anytime and then claim the rewards, and then come back maybe a few hours later and then claim rewards again. That's how it works. And I think one update that we want to, or we are actually doing with the Spark core system is that we actually developed it to the point where when you start advancing to like further stages, then you get to actually earn more sparks at a faster rate. So, for example, let's say you could earn like 100 sparks a day in Spectre Agency right now, but if you reach, let's say, stage 5, stage 10, stage 15 in the game, then that increases. So maybe it goes from 100 to 120, 140, 200, all that all together. So when I think about, as a community member, what would I want this game to do if I'm actually progressing through the games, right? So if I reach to like stage 100 and, I don't really get anything from that, then it kind of bums me out, right? So, as a player that plays, multiple games, like I think we want to implement a system where we want to award our users for, being active and playing the game. And obviously, like if you're good at the game, then I will go into Discord and start asking questions like, "Hey, how did you beat this stage?" It's very, very interesting to see, how all of the players have been during the alpha, and I'm really hoping that a lot of our community here at YGG will be, come in and start, exploring the game for yourselves. And I guess a quick alpha here too is that there is a invitation / referral protocol system in game that rewards you for inviting friends as well. That is currently live, but we are also making a update on about that, where you can invite a friend, and if your friend goes through the stages and beat many stages, and you guys are beating stages together, all that, then we will have bonus rewards for you guys too. So yeah, I mean there's a lot of things to be explored in the Spectre Games universe, and I think one more thing that we'll talk about is probably about the questing platform in a bit too. But yeah, I want to leave a bit of talking time to TK as well, since I know he has something for you guys.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, how about you, TK? Anything you wish to add?
Yeah, just wanted to add that. So just want to make sure you guys understand that right now the game is in alpha test mode. So all the progression is turned off. So things like being able to upgrade your Spark core to earn at a faster rate, all those things that Ben talked about is currently turned off. The item systems are turned off. So when we actually launch into open beta later on, you should be able to get various items as rewards for completing each of the stages, and you can equip them. There'll be different characters. You can actually upgrade those each individual items. You can also upgrade your characters as well. There will be different type of skins. So there'll be a lot of exciting things that make the game a lot better. So just want to make sure that you guys understand that that's coming up later. And then, like I talked about it before a little bit, accumulating sparks will put you into different tiers, and we're gonna. And this is like an alpha here, but we want to do that via NFT badges. So there will be different NFT badges that represent different kind of status tier for people in our community, and that will be dependent on how much sparks you have accumulated. And these badges will grant various perks both on chain and off chain, which we will announce more later on. Um, and then there'll also be like NFTs that are skins and many items that do not directly impact gameplay, but you will have access to them depending on a few other things that we will kind of explain more later when we get to that stage. Um, but yeah, so the alpha stage will be coming to an end around the 25th, and then we should have a big update for you starting on the 26th. So please keep an eye out for that date.
Oh, so the alpha stage will end in a few days only. There you go, guys. Again, that's coming from TK and Ben. Lots of alpha they mentioned. So please, I'm sure you're hearing this. So we can start playing now. Again, it's easy to play. Just download or rather open your It's free to play. You can start earning the Spark cores already. I did earn it mine just a while ago. And yes, you can start playing with friends also by doing the link, right? So as mentioned by TK and Ben here, it's as the more you play, the more you get some spark cores, and of course you would be able to get some few more possible rewards from their reward system, right? So okay, now the I think the most exciting part, right? Okay, maybe do the honor, TK or Ben, the announce the partnership. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some
The,
exciting partnerships. But before getting to that, you were cut off a little bit, but I just want to make sure people
mm,
uh, hear that in order to play Spekter games, you have to have Telegram, and then you just have to search Spekter Agency,
yes.
SPEKTER Agency in the search section of Telegram. And then you can see our Spekter Agency bot, and then you can also follow us on our Spekter Agency news channel. They'll also have a play button at the top, so it should be really easy to get into for anybody who's using and Telegram. But yeah, we have a lot of partners coming. One that we did announce was partnership with Limpex. And those guys are doing really well in terms of making competitive gaming on Telegram, like super seamless with different type of rewards and things like that. So our next big thing is our open beta launch, and after that we are going to have a lot of like things like tournaments and game nights and different events with a lot of different kind of rewards. So if you hone your skills on Telegram, on Spectre Agency now, then you should be able to be competitive in those events, and it should be really great for you guys. So yeah, start now and kick ass later.
There you go. Thank you,
You,
TK. You
Julian,
can start
for
now.
the good announcement.
Go,
Yeah.
Ben.
So I think we're trying to build up this whole thing of various partnership, and I think we're really happy and really grateful to announce our partnership with YGG and MFW. So we will be attending events with you guys, and you will get to see a lot about Spectre Agency and Spectre Games all across the YGG platforms over here. So I know we haven't talked too much about the Play Summit that comes in maybe in the very near future, but expect to see us on the grounds bootstrapping and talking with the community all about Spectre games. So be excited for that, and there's gonna be a lot of fun between all of us all together. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about this these partnerships in general. A lot of times when we do these things, it's a lot for the community, right? It's community benefits and community participation is really what matters for all of us here. You know, we want to create that player first community. It's pretty much alongside our roadmap where we will be, you know, talk more and to really understand what you guys like, what you guys want from the project, and working with YGG here. You know, it's going to be a very fun time to, you know, work with all of us and work all of you guys to explore what that community benefits look like. So yeah, excited to be on the grounds with you guys and work through a lot of these events and have fun. I think our host has.
Paano po yung benefit na makukuha nila pag sumali sila or nakilahok sila sa MFW Caravan? So ito po ay isang araw na event na pwedeng makakuha ng iba't ibang opportunities for free. So we have for learn, we have tayo play and work and grow. So we are encouraging all the sectors to join here. Join kayo, and yung opportunities po, ma-avail niyo po yung mga opportunities na ibibigay po dito sa caravan na ito.
And I really enjoy becoming an MFW because aside from that, na-balance ko talaga yung work and life ko.
Step beyond tradition. With a drop of magic. Clash in epic battles where magic reshapes strategy. Unleash spells to transform the game. Attack! Defend! Trick! Master them all! Ready to duel in the realm of magic?
makukuha nila pag sumali sila or nakilahok sila sa MFW Caravan. So ito po ay isang araw na event na pwedeng makakuha ng iba't ibang opportunities for free. So we have for learn, we have tayo play and work and grow. So we are encouraging all the sectors to join here. Join kayo and yung opportunities po, ma-avail niyo po yung mga opportunities na ibibigay po dito sa caravan na ito.
And I really enjoy becoming an MFW because aside from that, na-balance ko talaga yung work and life ko.
Step beyond tradition with a drop of magic. Clash in epic battles where magic reshapes strategy. Unleash spells to transform the game. Attack! Defend! Trick! Master them all! Ready to duel in the realm of magic?
GM, what's up, everyone? So, currently, Spec got rug pull due to the internet. Currently, because there's a storm at the near his place, I think. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, again, welcome back to the Usapang MFW. So I'm Kudasai. So currently, I'm your sub host, and here we are with TK again, the CEO and co-founder of the Spekter agency, along with Ben, the senior community manager, of course, for the Spekter agency. So yeah, let's pick up the discussion. So let's talk about the Spekter dispatch or the questing platform segment. So I have to ask about something that's been making waves in your community. So can you tell us more about the dispatch and of course the dispatch that Spekter that games all about, TK?
Yeah, Dispatch is our official questing platform. So it's where anyone, gamers, creators, or even curious newcomers can get involved and just do very simple tasks there and earn spark points from there as well. So what's great is like you can earn spark points from Dispatch. You can also earn it from our games. And it's all the same universal spark points. And depending on how many spark points you have, you'll be you'll be in a different tier, similar to like the Mallet program. So make sure that you take advantage of both ways to earn sparks. Seems like you're muted.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So going back to the topic, so how does it actually works, and what is the typical quest looks like, Ben?
Yeah, so it's actually pretty easy. You just head over to dispatch.spectre.games. That will be the URL and the link to follow, and you can pretty much just create an account using your email, or there's various methods that you could connect onto the website, and you'll see like a list of active quests there. So I think on the screen it's scrolling right now, but this could be as simple as following our X page. You could join our Telegram, sharing a post, and maybe later on we could put some in-game challenges in there. We're going to have some quests within in-game as well, but it's really simple things that could get you guys some rewards. And yeah, something here to also note is that we are tuning up some of these spark rewards on Spectre dispatch. So get your points in, and we're gonna start ramping up the rewards.
You can also access it by just going to our website too. So just go to specter.games website, which is our website, and then there should be a menu there for dispatch.
Nice. So you build this knowing that you don't have to be a hardcore gamer. You just follow these steps to participate, follow you guys, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So this patch is open to everyone who wants to be part of Spectre community. It's our way of rewarding our supporters, whether you're a player, content creator, or just someone who loves cool games. But yeah, but our game is super accessible and easy, so you can just go to Telegram and play as well.
Mhm.
Our website will also have a link to our Telegram game as well as our Telegram youth channel. So it should be very easy to access all three methods to get involved with our community.
Great, great. We love that. So, to everyone that tuned in, that's Dispatch, that's Spectre, that Games. Your first mission is to start there, and then earlier, you can unlock more quests. Depends on your achievement, of course. So, yeah, we can proceed with the AMA, everyone. So, here we are. Here we are. We have a different question here from the community. So, guys, for those who are watching or tuning in from our community, use the hashtag as Spectre. For those who have question for CK, or rather, sorry, TK or Ben, of course. So, we can ask the first question to. Let me check the script. Question from NX MauYGG. So his question is, I like how the mechanics lets you combine weapons slash power ups. My question is, does the damage changes whether you get more of the other parts of the weapon or power ups? If not, it will be possible in the future, like getting 5 bat weapon plus 1 sword power up. I think it's for TK.
Yeah, so the items are going to be available once we go into open beta. There'll be all sorts of different type of items, and you can equip them. There'll be like the equipment items that you can wear, and depending on what items you get, they do impact the damages, and depending on the item and the character combination, you also get different type of new skills as a base and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun for players to just combine those two things, and you can also upgrade your items too. So that will also increase damage and things like that. So once we get into open beta, make sure you start exploring with that and have fun. People should have a lot of fun, basically, kind of figuring out the best combinations. But I'll leave it up to community to figure that out.
Great, great. So yeah, for the next question will be from Shanks from GGen. His question is, what's the role of rerolls in skill selection, and when is the best time should they be used? I think it's for Ben.
Yeah, great question. So rerolls are something that you would use to make sure that you get the right combo combination between passive and active skills and all that stuff. And TK mentioned this earlier too. So when you reach a certain stage, there's a chance for you to upgrade your existing skill from the on the screen. When you choose the card, it's gold, and then you will turn purple. So that's the awakening skill, and then beyond that will be the transcendent skill, which will be bright red a card over there. So
Mhm.
you need to make sure that you have the right combination, and the formula is like on the card itself too, so you have an idea of how to make a more powerful skill. So that is exactly how you would utilize those rerolls to try to get the best combination possible. And in later stages, like I know what community members did during the alpha playtest is sometimes they will re-roll for passive such as health regen or movement speed, something
Mhm.
that would enable them to move around a lot quicker and dodge attacks and get some health back in the meantime. So that's definitely something to look out for.
Uh,
Yeah, I think that's great.
Nice, that's wonderful. So the next question is from Max Levi from BBG Guild. So his question is that the game seems very fun. What would you advise to new players who will start the game? What are the game's mechanics, and how should they be aware of, or what should be they aware of? And then possible airdrop for the hunters. And this question is for TK. Yes.
Yeah, I think the advice would be to make sure that you climb up the ladder in terms of the stages and also level up your characters and just do well in the game, and you'll be awarded accordingly with our sparks. And in terms of airdrop, of course, we'll do things like that, but we want to do things a little differently. So we'll be announcing pretty soon a different type of airdrop mechanic and how you can be part of that. But what I can say now is to just make sure that you get into a good tier by collecting a lot of spark points, because later on, depending on how many spark points you've accumulated, you're going to be kind of you will be able to receive different badges that basically get you into a different tier. So
Mhm.
you should just focus on collecting as many spark points as possible, and you can do that by doing well in the game. So keep on playing.
That's great. And then for the next question, I think it's either for Ben or for TK. It's from Rasta Raven 13 from Sando Guild. So his question is that, are you planning to make an app for Android or iOS independently? Because we know earlier you discussed it that is only available in the TG or Telegram.
Yes, yeah, we right now it's only on Telegram, but we plan on expanding to other chat-based apps, and also we plan on expanding to traditional gaming platforms, including App Store and Google Play. So that's all coming down the road. So you can all get all this intel from our Telegram news channel. So make sure to follow that.
Okay, great. And then the next question is from Sorata. His question is there any plan to expand in spec is there any plan to expand the Spekter agency IP beyond the game, like a spin-off game, NFTs, or AI agents?
So yeah, I can't diverge too much on this right now, but of course, yes, we will be. Yes, we will be doing a lot of those things. So keep a lookout for that as well.
So we have a spoiler, so we'll put a pin on that one. So yeah, for the next one is Sakura Ikigai. So his question is, will you be releasing other combo skills in the future? I think TK mentioned it earlier, but yeah, feel free to add on, Ben, if you want.
Yeah. So yeah, Tiggy did mention this earlier, but with new characters releasing, I think it's always great to consider what kind of new skills and combos that will fit into the game and make sure that the game balance is also great and makes sense, right? We don't want a situation where we post a new character or like we make a new update and there's like a huge and like a skill that is insanely broken or like too powerful for the game. That ruins the game experience. So I know we're at the point where we should evaluate these type of new combos that goes into the game, and I think that is like also good for upon community feedback as well.
Mm.
I think people could always give either advice or like suggestions to the team to see like, yeah, hey, like I really like this skill. Can we have something more like that, right? And in like just to take an example with Nox, like the current character that you see in the game right now,
Mhm.
you will see like a base ability where he gets equipped with a bat skill where you send out bats to attack enemies. But maybe with the Vox character, it could be something a little bit different. And in the near future, maybe more characters, even the same characters, you'll be able to like maybe swap like the base ability or something like that. I think that's something that we're thinking about.
Yeah, I agree to that. I think this next question is interesting from newbie. His question is there any plan to add multiplayer or co-op mode in the future updates? Because we all know the community would like to play with each other, the team battle or rather clan battle. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one. TK?
Yeah, we've been thinking about this one from the very beginning of the development, so it is definitely a possibility. I can't guarantee, but it's definitely a possibility that we'll add that as a big update. And we do want to make this game very fun to play with friends as well. So we do have a system called Spark Links, So it's at the bottom left where you can uh, invite friends easily. So this is one good thing about being on a chat-based app like Telegram, where it's like super. If your friends are also on Telegram, it should be very very easy to just send an invite. And I said earlier that it's going to be very beneficial to collect as many spark points as possible because you will be placed on a tier. Another way to get a lot of spark points, in addition to the dispatch and also in addition to getting it from your spark core in the game, is to add friends. So every time you add friends, you'll get like a baseline 1,000 spark points. But the cool thing is if you add friends who will gonna do well in the game. So if you add a friend, you just get 1,000 spark points. But if that friend who you added can achieve higher stages in the game, and you should be able to see that on the Sparklink UI. Like, well, I invite this friend, and let's see where they are. And then depending on the milestone that your friend hits, you should be able to claim even more points there. So make sure to add friends who you think will do well in the game. And you can also
That's
put
one.
on to do co-op or PvP later on. So make sure you have a good group of friends in the game that you want to play the game with.
That's wonderful, TK. For the last question, it's either for Ben or TK. Max asks, if we found some technical difficulties during playing the game, rather, where can we report it? I think it's more of asking if there's some customer service or support from you guys.
Yeah, so this is a great question, and I want to give a quick shout out to our community for doing this already. We set up a few Telegram channels where there's an announcement channel, there's the game itself, and there's like the community talk channel. So this is where people will be able to talk and really give feedback, and our Discord too, when it comes to either the game or if they found like a bug, technical difficulties. Will always be reachable through these platforms. And yeah, I mean, we have the community channel for anyone to talk to. And I think the very first step for everyone who is planning to join Spekter Games, Spekter Agency, is to go into our news channel. That will be Spekter Agency News on Telegram. Once you join that channel, everything else will make sense, and you'll be able to find every link you need on the Spekter Agency News channel. So yeah, there's a lot of information available, and for anyone that has questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Anyone from the channel will be always helpful, and they will be happy to help out too.
So that's wrap up our AMA segment. So before we wrap things up, TK and Ben, do you have promotion or things that would like to give us so that we can stay tuned for the Spekter Agency and Spekter, of course? TK
Yeah,
first.
we have a big thing coming on the 26th, so just keep an eye on that. We'll be making a lot of announcements that day on our socials, so make sure to follow us on X, on Spekter Agency, and also Spekter Games account. So also on Telegram news channel. So stay tuned.
Great. Ben, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk with everyone here today, and we gave out some alphas today with the community. So we sincerely hope you guys enjoyed our segment today, and I will see you guys on Telegram and Discord.
So that's of course TK, the CEO and founder of the Spekter Agency, along with Ben, the senior community manager for Spekter Agency. So yeah, we're looking forward to you guys. I think we will have another show with you guys. It's Together We Play, wherein we're going to discuss the gameplay and specific mechanics of the Spekter. So yeah, that's all for tonight. Before we close the show, we will be having a short break, and then later on, Spekter would be, Spec, 30 would continue the show. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
sumali sila or nakilahok sila sa MFW Caravan. So ito po ay isang araw na event na pwedeng makakuha ng iba't ibang opportunities for free. So we have for learn, we have tayo play and work and grow. So we are encouraging all the sectors to join here. Join kayo and yung opportunities po, ma-avail niyo po yung mga opportunities na ibibigay po dito sa caravan na ito.
And I really enjoy becoming an MFW because aside from that, na-balance ko talaga yung work and life ko.
Ayan, there you go. I am back, guys. Sorry about what happened. So yes, eto na ako ulit. And salamat sa pag-aantay. Okay, so again, that's again Spekter. All you have to do is visit yung Telegram ninyo. Hanapin niyo yung Spekter Agency. Pwede nyo na siyang laruin. As mentioned by our guest, matatapos yung alpha ng 25th. So hopefully mahabol nyo pa yung mga possible rewards. It's very easy game. All you have to do is, move around, choose the right skill para matapos nyo yung isang level. And then up to level 20 ata yung before nila i-open yung mga available which is. So there you go. Okay. Pasensya na guys ulit. So, eto na ang pinaka-inaantay ninyo. So we do have last Saturday during the MFW Caravan Bicol nung June 21, meron tayong live stream, yung tinatawag nating MFW Live Stream Plus. Okay, so ang gagawin natin ngayon, we will open the official raffle for all those MFW community members na nag-follow nung mechanics nung live stream. Okay, so ang mechanics noon back then, we have yung everyone who like and shared the live stream submitted their screenshots sa Discord with the right and official hashtag. And yon yung mananalo ng jumbo phone. Okay, so again, ira-raffle natin yan. Right, for now, okay, so ila-live natin siya yung Wheels of Name. Okay, so sino kaya ang ating lucky winner? Again, if your name is picked, okay, ito important. Makinig guys. Kung nanalo ka, kailangan mo mag-comment within 30 seconds to claim your prize. If wala kang response, we will immediately respin and pick a new winner. Okay, so feeling ko maraming nawala kasi 251 na lang tayo dito. Kanina nasa almost 500 tayo. Okay. Ready na ba? Sige nga, kindly type direct. Type nyo RecD. Direct naman yun. Oh my God. Direct. RecD, sige. I-hype natin si RecD na sinave yung ating gabi. Grabe. Ibang klase. Sana may present kayo para sa jumbo phone. Okay. Wala akong jumbo phone. Yung box, gaganunin ko sana eh. Diba? Number 1 si Direct. Direct na nag-host pa. Nakakaloka. Okay. I think are we ready? Direct. Okay, so we're still waiting. Ayan. Alright, so while waiting, guys, again, you can try to play na yung ating Spekter agency. Ayan. Share live po para manalo. Okay, sige. Are we ready? Okay. Alright, let me show the wheels of name on my visual direct. Ayan na ba? Okay. Ayan na. Alright. Ready na ba? Again, ulitin ko ha. Bago natin, para naman fair. Kailangan mag-comment ka within 30 seconds to claim your prize. If hindi ka nag-claim or nag-response, i-respin natin siya. Okay. Just to be fair for everyone. Okay? Wala daw magme-mention. On my cue. Let's do it, Direct. Let's go. Oh my God. All right. Trexie777, kindly comment and within 30 seconds. Let's go. Okay, timer kami. Okay, may timer kami. Hoy! Ay. Walang magtatag daw. Dugas niya. Oy! Andito ang bossing natin. Hello, Boss Arpo. Ayan. Bakit laugh emoji yung yung emoji nyo, yung reaction nyo dun sa sinabi ni Boss Arpo? Sabi kayo Ayan naman ang tunay. Ibang isip-sip dito. Mas masarap daw. Ayan. Okay. Alright. Apologies, Trek. Okay. Within 30 seconds. Ten. Okay. 30 seconds starts now. Teten, where are you? Last 20 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 30 seconds is up or time's up. Oh my God. Okay, sino to direct? Angelo, YGG. With your date of birth ba to? 2410 and something. Angelo! Oh my God, ang dami na nung chances. Oh, ilan na to? Pangatlo na siya. Sayang yung jumbo phone. Nung live, nung MFW Caravan Bicol, ang dami din namin pinamigay. Marami ding wala nung time na binutan. Okay, time's up, Angelo. I apologize. Okay, respin direct. Let's go. Ayan, kasi nagsialisan kayo eh. Underscore JD101. Are you there? Are you here? Are you back there? Nasaan ka? Tapos, yung mga umattend ng Sabado, wala pala sa stream, no? Oh no. Andyan kaya name ko, sabi ni Shin, ginawa mo ba yung mechanics? Yun lang naman yun eh. Kung ginawa mo yung mechanics. Alright. Now, kung nanalo ka at nakapag-reply ka dito, ipi-PM ka ng ating mga sentinels, okay? At kukunin ang inyong pangalan, address, complete address with zip code, and contact number para maipadala ang iyong prize. JD! Oh, wala po. Wala siya. Okay, respin tayo direct. Let's go! Sino na? Ashley, YGG, are you here? Are you there? Ashley! Ay, naku po, JD. Nahuli ka na. Nag-times up tayo. Oh, no. Sayang. We will have to stick with the rules. Again, kailangan within 30 seconds lang ang comment pag lumabas ang name. Sayang. Okay. Ashley, YGG. Okay. Time's up? Time's up. Okay, let's respin direct. Kyle! Oh my God, stellar ko yan! Kyle, 0603, nasaan ka? Hoy! Kyle! Pag hindi ka nag-reply, tatanggalin kita. Charot. Ayun, nakapag-comment siya direct. Ayos, Kyle. Hati tayo Charot na. Alright. So, there you go. Thank you, Kyle. Congratulations. And again, congratulations po sa lahat ng umattend at sumali. So, dun sa mga hindi nakapag-reply, sayang naman. But, ayan. Okay. Alright. So, ayan. And thank you again, guys, for joining. Dahil dito sa Usapang MFW, Filipino ang bida. Right. See you on the next time. So, ano yun? See you on the next one. GG's, guys. nila pag sumali sila or nakilahok sila sa MFW Caravan. So ito po ay isang araw na event na pwedeng makakuha ng iba't ibang opportunities for free. So we have for learn, we have tayo play and work and grow.
So we are encouraging all the sectors to join here. Join kayo and yung opportunities po, ma-avail niyo po yung mga opportunities na ibibigay po dito sa caravan na ito.
And I really enjoy becoming an MFW because aside from that, na-balance ko talaga yung work and life ko.